Hello, now I'd like to talk about the online teaching assignment where I proposed an activity for students to write an essay using the Google Classroom technology, which is connected to Google Drive. And we know that they're both open technologies and they're also the institutionally supported technologies. And a good blend, which is advised, is to integrate these as much as possible. But the Google Classroom platform, which I'm talking about, is an open technology. And we know that there are both the pros and the cons of using these open technologies. But one of the advantages of Google Classroom as a technology is that it is accessible. It's accessible. It's easy to create an account and to be on there. It's also something which is pretty familiar because we know that it's a communication tool as well. Students use it to communicate with each other, and anything that students use, we know they always familiarize themselves with it. Teachers are also able to communicate with one another on this platform, which makes it very convenient. Also, it has a range of privacy options, privacy setting options, which we know is very important when we're talking about students because some of them are minors and we want to, as much as possible, protect them, protect their privacy. And so that's something good for education to use with the students. There's also a level of tech support which is available on this Google Classroom platform. So students will be able to go on and check out what they may need to quick fixes and troubleshooting, and teachers as well will be able to access that. Also, we know that it speeds up assignments. It speeds up assignments because the students are typing directly onto the platform, which is being saved and then submitted, where the teachers can have access to it. So that helps. We know it's paperless, which helps save the environment, and you don't have to go through all the wrong essays that you have written that you crumple up. You can do the correction online, which is convenient as well. And feedback on Google Classroom is also good because teachers are able to assess your work and give you feedback, which will help you. Classmates are also able to assess it if you give them permission to see what you're doing. So your peers can also assess your work, which can be very encouraging to see what your peers are saying about that as well. So those are some of the pros, some of the advantages of using the Google Classroom, which is an open platform for technology. But we also know that there are some maybe limitations that we can experience. Some of the things we may want to consider, which are limitations in an open platform like this, is that it is not, really integrated into the administrative system. So there are times, you may have to do some connections and things, assignments the teacher has to be connected to that system in order to see what the students are doing. We know that not anything which is online and open, there is always the sense of insecurity. You don't know who is getting there, even though you work as much as possible to keep the settings private. But online, something which is in the open, not institutionally supported, other people can have access to it. So that may be a limitation that you would want to consider. Also, there are no automated updates on Google Classroom. Some other platforms may have that option, but Google Classroom doesn't. And some people have experienced that it's difficult sharing some of the things. Maybe a video may have trouble uploading or something. So there might be some of those limitations as well. And editing can be an issue if you're not well versed with the platform. So people have to learn what the platform is about And some people would like it to be more personal, especially students and younger people. They may want to personalize it more, but that's not really an option on Google Classroom. Actually, there is a really good article on elearningindustry.com, which really analyzes different platforms, and I'd recommend that. There is a great article written by Christopher Pappas in August 2015, which really compares the pros and cons of Google Classroom and other online platforms that we use for education. So that is advisable to read as well. And I think that's what I have for my pros and cons. Thank you.